Hello there. How's everybody doing? It's your friendly neighborhood XWA PR communications guy here to talk about our latest announcement that came out today on July 17th, spread all over the Discords, the webs, Reddit. And we just want to I want to read it to you all and just have a quick chat. Again, I like to clarify some things, as words are words, and there's a lot of inference that we all do when we read words, especially when we have our own goals, hopes, expectations, cynicisms, skepticisms around everything. I got some cat hair on my shirt, by the way. All right, so this is again for on the topic of the development squad, Points Squadron lead elected. Today we are highlighting Ollie Pocknell, XWA's recently elected points lead, and his vision for the coming months. Ollie is best known for his contributions with his 186 Squadron channel, as well as his World Championship win in 2019. When asked about his goals as points lead, Ollie said, "We want to keep the game of X-Wing fresh and exciting, and we'll do that by regular updates. You should expect regular points changes each year, deliberately rotating a competitive environment, so your favorite ship will never be out of the sun for long. On that note, extended ships will be a key focus for our upcoming points beta update, or beta points update, giving you an opportunity to dust off some iconic ships that have been on the shelf for too long. Don't we all know?" Ollie and his team are already hard at work crafting beta points for release soon. Joining Ollie on the points team are Greg Cash from Nickel City X-Wing, Dale Cromwell from Rogue Outpost, and Catherine Nixera, a community rep. You know Catherine from everywhere. Internal playtesting is set to begin soon, and we look forward to sharing more details on next steps for wider testing soon. Look out for features on both Rules Lead Maui and Design Lead Paul in the coming weeks. There's a couple of things that I want to clarify. First thing is that when the game of X-Wing drastically changed, whatever opinion we have on that, highly competitive devoted X-Wing players were probably the most strongly affected by those changes. And at the time, Ollie made a video basically talking about why he's concerned about some changes in 2.5. And personally, I think some of the concern that he had was valid. It was very much his opinion. It was very heartfelt. It was very honest. And to be honest, guys, I'm a back Ollie up here when I say that I think that it made sense for him to use his channel to talk about the game he loved and the fact that he had just won an X-Wing World Championship with that game. To see kind of everything completely shift it's difficult. There's no blame for Ollie just opening up about the way that he saw the game changing, and I think some people are a little harsh on that. Yeah, I just want to acknowledge that first. Ollie is very much somebody who is stuck with X-Wing, continued to play it both in person and online at the highest levels. This version of the game, he has been positive. He has remained a pillar of the community and a really good representative of the game. So I just want to, although it might be difficult to hear and maybe to the dismay of some of my XWA council members for me to talk about this, I just think it's important for us to have a full picture instead of just really tunnel visioning on one thing that happened years ago, to look at everything that Ollie has been up to and the positive contributions and involvement that he has had. He is absolutely qualified for this. And as someone who is competitive minded, surrounding himself with people from different parts of the competitive community and streaming community like Greg, I think he has a really solid team that they're going to collaborate and challenge each other very well. So, if those of you who are really enjoying 2.5 scenarios, there are a lot of you. I play 2.5. I enjoy scenarios for the most part, right? I understand just being concerned if you focus in on that one time where the person who is points lead was talking about how he didn't like parts of 2.5 right when it came out. We were all skeptical, though. Let's be fair. When they first switched over, it wasn't perfect. But yeah. So I'm just kind of getting that out of the way. I think that's important. So we want to keep the game of X-Wing fresh and exciting with regular updates. So what are regular updates what does that mean? Regular updates, at least 2, maybe 3 updates a year, points updates. Not this year in terms like that. We're talking about long-term goals, right? So like next year and beyond. There is definitely some discourse on if X-Wing is a game that you can kind of just like maybe do 1 points update a year, or just kind of get to a point where you can just balance it and call it. X-Wing is a very challenging game to balance. Historically, as we all know, we've always had points rotations and points updates because the game is hard to balance. So it is in our best interest to at least start with regular points updates and go from there. Most people seem happy with that. I know some people think that it's unnecessary long term. We have our opinions on that, right? I respect it. And then the last thing is the rotating competitive environments. Your favorite ships will never be out of the sun. I know that has been taken in different ways. So really, the way this reads, and the way I know, talking to Ollie about this, I got this quote from him. I talked to him about this. Your favorite ship not being out of the sun for long is really kind of a nod to the fact that there are a lot of unplayable pieces in the game right now. Pieces that some of your favorite pilots, favorite chassis, if you take them, your chances of winning are limited, right? And so that's an acknowledgement to that. He wants you, it's like your favorite ship is a Star Viper. Well, don't worry, Star Vipers will have their moments, right? I understand hyperfixating on specific words like that, but it really is kind of a high level, politeful, cheeky, positive, upbeat nod to the fact that, we want to get more variety and depth back into the game. Philosophically, that's where Ollie's head is at. I absolutely support that because more variety in this game is the best version of the game possible. I stand by that. You don't want to see the same thing everywhere. It's not the game. There's so many ships and pilots in this game, so many cool abilities and triggers and opportunities. And, we want to explore that and get back closer to that type of healthy version of the game. And so, the points team is not looking to deliberately make things unbalanced. It's like it's really points adjustments the goal is to make balanced points adjustments as best as you can, even though I've acknowledged that it's hard to balance X-Wing. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind, that the rotations are necessary and that your favorite ship not being in the sun for long, it's not going to be, there is definitely going to be some confusion on, are you biased? Are you using, you're an ace player. You're just going to make aces good and you're going to nerf everything else. It's like, no, there's a very big committee of the X-Wing Alliance. And then the squadron leads, the points, rules, design leads, all working together, the teams working together and having to get on the same page about everything. And there are a lot of different minds and different opinions and beliefs on that. So Ollie has got his philosophy in the right place. I just would caution you guys just in terms of how you choose to interpret words. If you're looking to interpret something a specific way out of the gate, I challenge that. If you've already decided you're skeptical and you don't like that, it's totally reasonable to be skeptical. I understand, but just have good faith and wait and see, and let's have this unfold. You are in the right hands. I will say that confidently. Well, I'm looking forward to sending you all spotlights on Maui and Paul soon. Really happy with the way this letterhead turned out. I think it's beautiful, and shout out to XWA and of course John Foyt for that awesome logo that you see right over here. Very nice. All right, thank you all so much. If you have any questions, please consider joining the 2.5 edition server, Discord server. I will link that in our description. I will also link our contact form submission link that you can reach out to us as well with any questions, comments, or concerns or suggestions. Until then, my name is Nick from 312, and I will talk to you all very soon.